Is Melly the sidekick or is Blaze? Blaze is definitely the sidekick. This is Melly's world and we're just living in it. 7. Crossroads of 3. Third of the astral moon. Now there's a 5-person party on the loose. That's true. That is some party. Good morning, Victoria. It's a very cozy game. It's a very, very cozy game. I'm definitely enjoying it. Oh. They back. Good morning. Good morning, Melly. Good morning, Blaze. What have you both been up to today? Oh, you know, dilly-dallying and such. I was not dilly-dallying. He was. He goes well with the brooding. Sounds like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink in these early hours? Yes, please. Can you make me something smart and sparkly? Can do. They seem to like their usuals. Definitely like their usuals. Made a wolf roast yesterday. Very nice. Hi, Bert. Welcome in. Good to see you. Now, where are the other 3? That is the real question. Boink. A fresh brew of smart sparkles. Thank you. It's just the right amount of sparkles. Happy to hear that. Blaze, what can I get for you? Has Quincy ever done a pop-up tavern? Not yet. Not yet, I bake babies. Nothing. All right. So has the cape found its way back to its home yet? Yes. The vampire was thankful, if melancholic. It seems to have awakened memories of old woe. He seemed pretty excited to me. He should be. It fits him well. Almost like it was made for him. It was very interesting seeing a vampire in person. His fangs were shorter than I thought they would be. I expected them to be the size of a colossal saber-toothed tiger fangs, but they were much tinier. Common misconception. Where did you find him? At the local Gaia temple. I got split in the middle by a fallen star. That sounds morbidly interesting. It was! I overheard some priests saying they're thinking about rebuilding the temple around it because it looks kind of cool. And people like distinct temples. They do. The vampire was traveling with a really nice dwarf and a holy woman of Cassiopeia. They were asking around to see if the priests knew anything about the star rain. Did they? No. I could have told them about that 2 days ago. But while we were sneaking around and listening in, we overheard the strangest conversation. Turns out, Alethea, that's the cleric's name, found out that one of the priests was actually a wobbling ooze in disguise. Scandalous. I know, right? But in the end, it was all okay. The others forgave him and he promised to try and become a real priest. Apparently, he really loves the humidity in the temple. They all hugged and everything, and it was very sweet, and I was really happy we could see all that from the shadows. We? Me and the mysterious and quiet Blaze. He's my new associate. I'm no such thing. It's great to see you two working together so closely. You make a great duo. We are not a duo. Thank you! How did you find the right moment to give Kyle his cape between all these heightened emotions? We didn't. She caught it. I thought one of the pillars would be big enough to hide behind, but it wasn't. It wasn't a pillar. It was a tall vase. Hi, Fiora, welcome in. I felt very well hidden when Alethea suddenly asked me if I wanted to stop hiding now. She was paying a lot of attention. I think she noticed me from the very beginning. She's so cool and smart. Did you ask her about her investigation? I did, but she said it was too early to share any insights. Even when I kept asking, she wouldn't budge. So I asked Master Smith Frostgrip to tell me more about the temple's architecture instead. Did you know that its altar was built from a 1,000-year-old oak? I didn't. It's fascinating. It is. She also told me I have to work on my stealth, that being small isn't going to be enough. I think she knows from experience. Better not tell her that. Better not. So, are you going to work on it? Yes! Blaze is going to show me the ropes. Is he now? I have to. She'll get herself killed otherwise. It's a very dramatic way to look at things, but also very nice of you. So, would you say your investigation was a success? Kind of. We got to see how clueless the other investigators are and returned to the Cape to Mr. Vampire. But we didn't find out anything new about the stars. And I didn't even get to see any monsters. I was hoping maybe some of them would have fallen from the astral sea and I could have studied them. A dangerous, if very exciting dream. Mostly a foolish one. You think so? Have you met monsters before? What kinds? Do you have favorites? What are the first ones you ever met? They ever try to eat you or your friend? Of course, I've encountered monsters before. They've been a part of my life for many years. Shadows are full of them. Really? Scary. Of course it is. So the first monsters you ever saw were shadow monsters? No. They were much worse than that. What is it? Can I have a drink after all? The words aren't flowing easily. Of course. Same as last time? Yes. Let's see if I can find something sweetly charismatic. Hi Autumn, welcome in. Good to see you. Been looking forward to this game. It's so good. It's such a good game. We found. Oh, what is this? Oh, these are the golden feathers. Oh, ready. Let's do a sunny breeze. A little bit of this. Oh, wait, no. I made a mistake. Drink that. Because it's a -2 intelligence. Unless I did this and did double. There we go. Did have to offset it a little bit. And then it needs one more. This? No. No, 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 no. Drink that. One more of this. There we go. A sunny breeze with a little bit of a golden feather in it. Alright, kick. Let's go. Melly just guilt tripped Zephyr into being a duo. Truly. Truly, truly, truly. Hi, Quinn. Welcome in. I love Blaze's scarf. It's a sign of his emotions, right? A drink just for you. Got a little butterfly on it. Thanks. How is it? Fine. That means it's perfect. So, where was I? Ah, right. Shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I had just joined the Shadowbanes and was eager to prove myself. It's said that there are great riches far in the depths of the Gravelmac, a dangerous mountain range in eastern Fasoa. Hidden treasure troves full of precious gems and gold, and I owed some debts. Hoping to find some jewels, I made my way there, to the darkest of its crevices. Guarding its depths were creatures no one would ever choose to face. Bleak stalkers, straight from the Twilight Chasm. Hideous creatures that give every right to be associated with the Nightmare Realm. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones. They seem to think bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapons, so I distracted them with some of the gems I had managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I'll never forget their twisted antlers and beak-like snouts. They sound kinda cute. They were not cute. If you say so. Maybe one day I'll encounter some. Pray you never will. No thanks. Ooh. More friends? Carolyn's back. Welcome back, Carolyn. You're right. Yeah. Of course. You want a drink? Yes. Give me something strong, please. No watered down muck. Got it. Something strong. We'll do a classic southern brawler. Boop. 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 Egg tax. Yoink. Strong and with zero water. Just how you like it. Thanks. Needed that. You're welcome. Stay and keep. You've got room in your neat little book full of recipes for one more drink. Sure, got one for me. You bet. It's what my baba used to drink back in the day. My adventure reminded me of it. Sailor's Courage. Ooh, oh. There's a lot of strength in that. Strength, defense, some... Oh, this is a nice one. Look at that. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh my gosh. That's pretty cool, that's pretty cool. And we have one more, it looks like, at least one more in this page for a infusion. Very cool. Thank you, Carolyn. Why are you so sad? It's sad. I'm gonna move my face over here real quick, just real quick. Here we go. But you look sad, and you sound sad. And the innkeeper looks worried, probably because you're sad. I am worried. Don't be. Too late. Like I said, I ain't sad. Not really. More... I'm not sure. My chest feels tight and I feel lightheaded. Maybe I'm dying. Those are all side effects of being sad. Who are you anyway? I'm Melly, the world's greatest detective. I'm Carolyn. Who's that punk next to you? That's my sneaky assistant. You got a name? Malachite. Ah. So, I would like to detect why you're sad. Likewise. Does it have to do with that wyvern chimera whose saliva you were hunting for? You met a chimera? A wyvern chimera, yes. That's so cool! Why? How? You're alive! Sure am. Do you remember that forgetful vampire, Melly? Of course. He put out a quest for chimera saliva. He thinks it may be able to produce a sunscreen strong enough for him to walk in the daylight once more. Carolyn was brave enough to pick up his quest. Whoa, that's amazing! How would you even get the saliva of a guardian? By killing it. Oh. Would you like to tell us what happened? Is that really necessary? I think it might be good for you. And very interesting for us. You don't really want to disappoint Melly, do you? Miss Carolyn, will you please tell me the story? Fine. Thank you! I didn't mean to kill it. Seems like an extraordinarily blasphemous thing to do. For someone non-religious, you concern yourself an awful lot with it. I'm just trying not to be a dick, that's all. Usually I got no trouble killing beasts, but... my Baba would have loved if I had told her I harmed the guard. Would have lost it if I had told her I harmed the guardian. I think so, at least. Not like she'd ever fought any of them. But you had the natural ability to know when it would have been do so. I ain't got that kind of sense. We'll see about that. How did the fight start? On my way there, I changed my mind from fighting to sneaking. Just thought if I was quiet enough and had the veil of night on my side, I could just steal the saliva right under its nose, or maw. Drooled quite a bit, that thing. But I didn't know my way around the quag mangrove and wasn't as quiet as I should have been. Oh, I know all about that. But you got a giant sword, so you were prepared, right? Of course. Innkeep here even hooked me up with some fire resistance. Came in handy. And the sword, well, was made for killing beasts. Even the good kind, I suppose. Is it a magic sword? Not sure. Doesn't do any magic tricks. But it's stronger than your average steel and can resist even the highest heat, even without practical potions. Used to belong to my grandma. She left it behind for me. That's so sweet. Your parents gonna leave you anything? No. They weren't expecting to go, so they didn't think about it at the time. But that's okay. I can find my own treasure. I'm sure you will, kiddo. So, the chimera noticed you? Yeah. Sly beast pretended to be asleep when I approached it with the bucket. When I tried to catch its saliva, it snapped at me. It would have taken my arm off if I wasn't so tough. The ensuing fight was something else. Next to its dragon head, it sported a lion and a snake head. They fought me all at once with overwhelming ferocity. It was the fiercest enemy I've ever encountered, and even though its fire couldn't harm me, it took everything within me to best it. I may have defeated it in the end, but I felt honored to have fought such a formidable foe. So you defeated it with your badass sword? I did. This weapon really saved my skin. Dealing the final blow, I felt like my grandmother was holding my hand and guiding me towards victory. Or maybe I just imagined it. Maybe that doesn't matter. As long as it felt real. Maybe. I even gave it a proper burial. It deserved an honorable send-off. Welcome in, Lurge. Welcome in. Good to see you. Long time. I almost left the sword with it too, but it's too good of a weapon. The dead don't need swords anyway. Yeah. You know, I did achieve her dream. I saw a wyvern chimera in the flesh. Caught it even, and then I killed it. Does that mean I killed her dream? I think it means her sword saved you from dying. I'm sure that was a dream of hers too. Hi Gandalf, welcome in. Good to see you as well. Possibly. But she would have fought another way. She would have found another way out of it, I'm sure. But she ain't here. So I thought maybe it was time I put her to rest as well. Left my goodbyes for her with the chimera. Maybe I can pass them on. May Tuat listen to you, please. May he find that much mercy in his cold, dead heart. Is he dead, you think? Tuat, I mean. He resides over the spirit realm. Not only the dead can go there, so he must have died to have gotten there too. Or he's always existed there. Was made to watch over the dead. He is a god, after all. Well, there's no clear consensus of what the great spirit dragon really is. Dead dragon, a god who could always control death from his very inception. A reflection of what we believe death is to be. Death itself? He could be anything. What would you like him to be? What hopes do you have? I hope he's kind. I hope so too. Then, I think he's kind. Maybe we should follow his example. That's what heroes are for, right? Indeed. You're one of those, right, Carolyn? Of course she is, silly. I have to agree. You know what would be very heroic of her? What? if she brought the saliva to Kyle the vampire. I'm sure his joy about finally being able to walk in the sun will be extraordinary. Too lazy to go yourself. My domain is merely my tavern. You're much more likely to run into him. Fine. Might as well. Need to get moving anyway. You're leaving? No. Just need to move around. And if you happen to know where I can find this vampire, last I saw him at the Gaia temple. The priests might know where he went. Welcome in, baby. I posted that right before you joined it. Nice. I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him talking about it. You had to share? I want to trade it. The information, I mean. For what? Can you teach me how to use a greatsword? Is that it? Sure thing. Right now? Is right now okay? I've got the time. It might take you more than one lesson, though. That's okay. I've also got time. It's a deal, then. I'll show you the basics and you tell me where to find the vampire. Yippee! That is if your assistant is alright with that. Don't care. Not my circus, not my monkey. Okay, kiddo. Let's go. Innkeep? Can we use your front yard? Of course. Go wild. Will do. Are you coming too, Mal? No. I'll stay here and have another drink. Okay. You can join us later. I can't wait to learn how to fight. It'll be so helpful for future adventures. Innkeeper, do you have any quests I could go on after this to practice my sword and stealth skills? Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. Be patient. Promise I'll have a quest for you soon. Can't wait. I'm going to destroy any challenge with wits, stealthiness, and giant swords. Ha! I know you will. But first I gotta practice. See you later! I like her ambition. I like her naivety. Some would call it optimism. A waste of time. Delusions get you nowhere. You would know. Another drink, please. Same as before. Sweet and all. Coming right up. I'm giving him all the sunny breezes. Drink up, Andu. Boink. Some sweet optimism for my most pessimistic customer. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for future drinks. Wow. I'm proud of myself there. You should be. So, Malachite. Just leave me to my pondering. Got it. You've been pondering all day. Hiya, Innkeep. Hiya, Fable. So happy to see the tavern looking healthy again. And you too. I'm sorry it took me so long to check in. That's alright. I hope the last 2 days weren't too hard on you. No, not at all. I was just very busy. A bunch of the Ashen Grove's trees got knocked over and I spent a lot of time rescuing and leading group therapy sessions in the local wildlife. And of course I had to check in on all the nearby settlements too, see if they needed help with any damage after all of that. Did Uncle Dragon make it? Yeah, the werewolf settlement took a bit of a hit, but everyone made it out okay. Mr. Dragon was making emergency soup when I arrived. I think he's a stress cooker. It's very nice of you to check in with everybody. Had to make sure everyone was okay. I use up a lot of my healing salves, but that's what they're there for. I'm not happy I had to use them, but I'm glad I was prepared. Welcome in, Koyin. Welcome in. May I request something? Go ahead. Do you maybe have a drink in your repertoire that could assist someone in a situation like mine? Your drinks are powerful, and I'd like something that would make me tougher while also replenishing my social energy. I think I'm all done with helping out now, but a drink like that would be a real game changer in case something like this happens again. I don't think I have a recipe for that yet. But don't worry, I've already got an idea. But even with such a drink, I'm sure people were very thankful for your presence. 1,000 wins. Ooh, new drink. Charisma and some defense. Nice. But even with such a drink, I'm sure people were very thankful for your presence. Well, they weren't mad about it, at least. Though, I sort of feel like people aren't really as concerned as I thought they'd be. Move myself over here. When I saw the stars fall, I thought for sure the world was going to end. Yes, I recall. You were right that it wouldn't, of course. But I thought that people would be a little more freaked out by the lack of the light of a night sky. But everyone just seems to be okay with it? I asked one of my sisters about it, and she said, "Who cares? Some wide-eyed adventurer will surely put them back at some point. Let's worry about replanting these tomatoes." I don't even know if you could put them back. You can never put back what's lost. But you can always replace it with something new. I'm not sure you can replace the stars, or if you should approach loss that way. It's all a matter of perspective. I wouldn't mind a bunch of trees up in the night sky for a change. Right. But still, it would be much nicer if some things would just stay the same. They never do. I'm just happy everyone is okay. Did you check on Carolyn yet? She should be hacking my terrace to pieces outside. I did! Outside. On your definitely not hacked up terrace. Just out of curiosity, do you own any wood glue? It was nice to see she's okay too. I was a little worried she would just leave and never talk to me again. So it was nice watching her train Melly with so much enthusiasm, and to catch up a bit, that too. She tried to rope me into their great sword training. Did you accept? I'm not really a sword kind of elf, but it was fun to watch her teach Melly. She's very sweet. Indeed. And I was just relieved to see Carolyn doing alright. She was relieved about Mr. Dragon. And about you, I'm sure. Maybe. To celebrate our well-being despite the absurdity of this new world, how about a drink? I would love a drink. Can I have something agile and swift? I still have to make my way back home later, and I could use some speed for that. I'm sure I'll find just the right thing. Agile and swift. One swift strike coming up. Hi Valeris, good morning, how are you? Europapa, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. One swift strike. Boom, boom, boom. Little bit of intelligence and a little bit of defense. And attacks. Boing. Swiftly and quickly, your favorite drink. I was having talk. It's been so excited. I've been so excited for this game. It's such a good game. It's such a good game. I can't even call it like a little game because it's so long. But it's been so much fun. But I'm glad you're doing well. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Yeah, this has been really fun. We've been able to get an early review code, and we're kind of playing it through for a good bit today. So it's really fun. Thank you. Your drinks are still the highlight of my day. Makes the best drinks, right? They're okay. Really? You actually think that? Or is this a thing where you just don't want to be nice? People seem to do that a lot for some reason. They taste good. As good as things can taste when you're, me. Well said. Thank you. By the way, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fable. I'm an elf and a ranger, and I come here a lot. They're also an incredibly courageous and capable hero. That's not true. Not yet. I'm working on it. Being a hero, I mean. Why? Because I dream of adventure and all the wonderful, exciting things it can bring. And I want to help people. Why? Why not? I'm Malachite. Oh, you're Mal. I mean Malachite. Obviously. Melly just talked about a Mal. She said they, or I guess you, are very cool and her new friend. She sounded very happy about it. We're not friends. She just won't leave me alone. Oh. Okay. Then why do you spend time with her if you don't like her? That sounds really mean. She keeps following me. And you take her along? Not by choice. I don't know you well enough to judge the truth behind all this, but I think you should be honest with her and with yourself. Honesty goes a long way. I also believe that a thing in Zoford could be fixed with honesty as well. That thing in Zoford could be fixed with honesty as well. You mean the missing familiar? I heard several familiars are missing, actually. And I believe with so many mages and familiars present, someone is bound to know something. But maybe they're just scared to face the possible consequences for their honesty. Sounds like Zoford is going through an eventful time. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye out or two for future developments. Zoford isn't very far from here, is it? Not too far. It's in eastern Fosoa, and is, to my knowledge, the biggest harbor town the Republic has to offer. I can only recommend its many summer festivals, very pretty fireworks. Why? Why? Does it sound like something up your alley? No. Not mine, but... Melina is seeking her first quest. Maybe this could be something for her. She needs to practice her skills outside of risk-free theory. Good idea. I'll see if I can reserve it for her. Sorry for asking, but first quest? I thought Melly just turned 10. Isn't that a bit young for quests? No. I was a similar age when I ventured on my first quest. The one with the horrifying nightmare creatures? Yes. Oh. That's sad. No. It's cool. No, I think that's a little sad. Children shouldn't have to face such danger that early. Why not? It's always there. Might as well confront them with it when they're young, so they can accept its existence in their lives. That's an insane thing to say. Just because the world can be horrible doesn't mean we should confront children with the fact that as early as we can. It's already bad enough that us grown-ups have to deal with it so much. Why shouldn't they just accept it if we can make the world a better place for them instead? I mean, when you were on a quest with, and I quote, horrifying nightmare creatures, weren't you scared? Wouldn't you have preferred not to be alone? Builds character. Character that thinks we should put other kids in miserable situations? Sure to get a lot of good for you there. Weren't your parents worried to death about you? You got enough rumors to make a quest yet, Innkeeper? Not yet. Give me another day. People are busy talking about or ignoring all that star debris. They're losing sight of the important things. Like feeding me new information. Is it very nutritious for you? No, but it's fun. In that case, the fun I can provide in a day is running out. Unfortunately, the horrors of this world would not stop chasing me nor anyone else. I shall take my leave. Good luck. See you around, with less horrors, I hope. Hi, Panda. Welcome and good to see you. It's a quest about me. Now I'm worried. About Malachite or Melly? Both. We're really going to send her on that quest? If she wants to go. But I don't think you have to worry about it that much. Zoford is a beautiful city with a very low crime rate. I think she can handle a couple of rowdy familiars. And I doubt she'd be going alone. I hope not. It's a little worse than being alone when you're scared. Very true. Are you scared of anything? Bad Yelp reviews. True. I don't think you have to be scared of that. You make the best drinks of all of Asteria. I think as long as you like my drinks, I'll be okay. You got my 5 stars in the bag. I would ask what you're afraid of, but the answer would be everything? Is it? Yes. But I'm working on not letting my fear stop me. I might not be able to avoid feeling afraid, but I can always just do things when scared. Rather than not at all, maybe. It's still a terrifying thought. How do you handle situations you're afraid of? I used to have a terrible habit of just walking away from the things that scared me, but with the right people by your side, staying becomes less of a crushing weight on your shoulders. You realize that even if things aren't perfectly comfortable, they're still worth experiencing. It sounds lovely. I've never seen friends of yours around the tavern before. Maybe you should invite them over sometime. Perhaps. Though, one of my friends is sitting here right now. Where? Are they invisible? Oh, you mean me. That makes me really happy. Also makes me feel pretty bad about having to go back home. Don't worry. Go home, fix the many things that worry you. As long as you come back. Always. I'll see you tomorrow, Innkeeper. See you tomorrow, my friend. I'm gonna read that letter eventually. Undo. It do be raining a lot. New Horizons, 4th of the astral moon. Start the day. Oh. Good mythical morning. Oh my gosh. Good mythical morning. It's well past noon. I will now be saying good morning like that. It's still morning somewhere. Us, a wizard doesn't care about things like that. Like time. Time's only relative, but also flexible. Like a gummy worm. One time, I actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through the primordial vortex. And did it work? No. But almost. I would have needed a drip of primordial sea to enhance the curvature, and that should have done it. But no access to the primordial sea. Bummer. Bummer. I heard that it's not very easy to get. Theo, practically, it is. Theo, practically? Practically in theory. That makes sense. I get it. You do? No, actually. That's to be expected. No offense, but you clearly aren't a wizard. And who are you to judge that? Oh, you know, just a reputable wizard myself. Of course. I also have a magnificent wizard. Of course, I also have a magnificent wizard name, but you can call me Hex. No need to overcomplicate things. Nice to meet you, Hex. Nice to meet you too. Giving baby Gale vibes. That's a kid related to Gale. Just Innkeeper for now. All right. Well then, Innkeeper, how about a super wheezy breezy drink for me? Any flavors you might fancy? Maybe something, something that'll make me focus more. Perhaps help me to better understand the primordial vortex. Gotcha. Something smarty pantsy. And do tax. Blink. That's such a pretty glass. This should boost your focus like nothing else. Amazing. I can already feel the ideas cooking up. I think I figured out a way to get that primordial seawater to... never mind. The explanation would be too complex to grasp. So, what complex reason brings you to my tavern, Hex? Getting away from the other smartest person in Styria. And who would that be? Does it matter? You tell me. Baby gal, it's true. Is this a baby gal, Sayako? My sister. She's studying and driving me crazy with all her theories. They're so reasonable, you know? No chaos, no chaos. There has to be a bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with so much structure. Oh, structure is the key to everything, young lad. Without structure, there is no chaos. And thus, there would be no entropy. I found entropy to be quite essential in this world. And you are... Oh, how rude of me. The top of the morning to you, lad. And to you, innkeeper, is it? Correct. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. I suppose you may call me Scully. My actual living name would be too ancient to be spoken out loud. I'm an archivist. At least I used to be. Now, I'm dead. Somewhat. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to be still conscious. So you're undead? Precisely. Moving a little bit too close to Kyle's voice. Archibald. Very odd. Like, I have to think of it like the name Archibald. Well, I passed on. Then one day, arose from my grave. It was like a long sleep, completely knackered for thousands of years. At least, I believe it's been thousands of years. What year is it? 1755. That's brutally long. So, how did you come back to life? I'm not too sure myself. I woke up, walked on like nothing had happened. I thought to myself, might as well explore the world anew. Those who'd risen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by an independent consciousness. And, alas, didn't care. Those who'd risen with you? There are more like you out there. Of course, undead rarely rise alone. They mostly serve a master. Right. However, I decided not to bother with that and go my own way. Going south, passed through Zoford, and found a small little tavern. A bit like this one, more nautical in style. I'd give him a little bit of lower register. They had lots of fish. I've never been a and I've never been a fan of seafood. Though, I got to listen to a lot of the town's gossip. Yeah, to fill me in on what Zophord gossip. Well, apparently, a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without an heir. There's more. Fishermen fear that Zophord has been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly at the waves and the moon all night. And during the day, they disappear like ghosts. Bit of a weird curse. Fitting for any sea witch or wild sailor's tale. Innkeeper, say, you have a drink for this undead fella? A drink and a mop? Just a drink. I wouldn't be needing a mop. If you say so. What would you like? Something that'll loosen up this non-existent tongue. Something full of charm and appeal. Coming right up. All right, Scully. Let's get you 1,000 wins. Why not? Let's make you 1,000 wins. Let's do, what is this? What do we here? Sure. So, well, maybe not this one. Yeah, this will work. A little bit of a golden feather. Yeah, this will work. This will work. Nope, don't need any more of this. We need this, actually. Boom. Boom. A little bit of this. 1,000 wins. Way to go, Andu. I wonder where he keeps all of his signs. He got the collective brain cell, truly. Voices are quiet. I appreciate it. A real charmer. Just for you. Surely. I feel like I can conquer worlds with my words alone. Oh? Not that I would ever do that. I care more about words than worlds. Archivist things, you know. I spent most of my life reading, sorting, and archiving. That didn't leave a lot of time for dreams of hubris. Are you sure? Academic hubris is a powerful one. Come on now, that type hardly counts. Agreed. It's only natural. I think you've given me an idea, Bone Man. I did? Yes. If I can enhance the aging process of cells, the incubation procedure could... Alright, I gotta go. If my sister asked if you seen me... No, you didn't. Thanks, bye! Energetic young fella. Indeed. If you don't mind, innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit and enjoy the moment. Of course. Hey, innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy. How about you, Fable? I'm still very busy helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Also, apparently a bunch have lost their crops now due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. Seeing all this destruction is terrible. I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of the Gilded Sea never struck me as someone to unleash baneful omens. Apologies. My manners. It's impolite to burst into conversation just like that. I'm Scully. Fable. Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity. That's all right. I was just surprised you could actually talk. No offense. I just thought, usually... Untaken. Usually skeletons don't speak. Usually, but hardly anything is usual these days. I mean, the stars fell from the sky. Skeletons might as well speak. There are stranger things in this world. There surely are. Like your drinks in Keep. That one really gurgled my bones. So you already tried one? Indeed. Sometimes they do that. Could you also make me a drink, innkeeper? I don't want my bones to jingle, but Something that enhances my finesse would be nice. You know, you have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds, or they'll give up immediately. Yeah, of course. Coming right up. Another Swift Strike. Can't beat the classics. Alright. Alright, here we go. We'll see you, Lex. Take care of yourself. Thanks for coming by. We'll do this. Some of this. A little bit of this. Oi. Ding. I hope this tastes refined enough. This is perfect. You know just what I need, Innkeeper. Ooh. Do we say just regular or my favorite regular? Are we trying to rizz up Fable? Favorite regular? Okay. Of course I do. After all, you're my favorite regular. I am? Yes. And you're my favorite innkeeper. Thank you, Fable. So, do you think your farm will be done soon? Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping them out. I do, but I think the sooner everyone can get back to a normal life, the better.
Do you perhaps need a hand? I happen to have two. And I might know a thing or two about crops and fences.
Sure. I could use some help carrying a few things over to Trigarin. The treehouse is just around the corner.
Splendid. Sounds like quite useful. It sounds like a quite useful endeavor. I'll gladly indulge.
Thank you. Innkeep, before we go, I have something I wanted to give you. What do you have for me, Fable? Some dried honey flowers. The farmers didn't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice, and so I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you already have at least 4 ideas on how to use them. Thank you very much, Fable. I'll make sure to put them to good use.
We have a new infusion!
-2 strength. It's a honey flower. Used to be rare before adventurers introduced it to local farms. Now commonplace, everyone can be inspired by their sweetness. Inspiration grants you the ability to extraordinarily motivate other people or persuade them to tell the truth. So we can get 6 more now here too. That's crazy.
Yay. So you accept donations for ingredients?
Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself.
What about recipes themselves?
It's always good to get more inspiration.
Wonderful! In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic and potion mixing. I think I still recall my assistant's favorite recipe.
The first snow. Look how pretty! We got another defense one.
Oh my gosh. More recipes!
Do you store it under your hat?
Of course! Where else would I keep it?
Fair enough. Thank you for the recipe.
Innkeeper, thanks for being such a patient and pleasant host. I shall be on my way then, with Fable. But I'll be back, should I not crumble into a pile of bones from one day to the next.
Let's hope not.
I won't. I'm just joking around.
I hope. I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Anyways, Innkeeper, thank you so much. You're still the highlight of my day. No matter how dark the night. See you around. Let's go, Scully. Time to lose. Isn't the Sheba so cute?
We're in, boys.
Look at Kyle's cape.
I was able to witness such rarity in my lifetime. Immaculate.
It would even have You would even get excited about a rusty nail.
Of course I would. Such a splendid chemical process.
Metals have a variety of chemical processes. Rust be my least favorite of them. Ruins a lot of hard work.
Does it now?
Yep. Makes everything porous.
Oh.
Kyle, Rhea, nice to see you both again.
Likewise, dear innkeeper. How has your day been?
Can't complain. Had some interesting customers today.
Oh, like that one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in?
Distinguished, yeah. Gentleman. No. Giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman.
What makes you a gentleman?
Manners.
He was quite polite, I recall. Greeted me with the tip of his hat.
You find everyone polite. Even your slime.
But Mr. Slime is quite polite. Innkeep, say, that dagger over there. I feel like it's strangely familiar. For some reason, it reminds me of my dear Evelyn. It looks like the knife she used to peel oranges with. Highly impractical, I tell you.
I imagine it would be.
Do you know if that is her dagger by any chance?
I think that might be a story for another time. Let's not worry about it for now, shall we?
Okay. Say, innkeep, have you read the letter yet? That'd be a story I'd love to hear right now.
Not yet, no.
Tragic. I've always loved writing letters.
Are we able to read it ourselves? Like, is this something it's waiting for us to do? Okay. Just so, like, I'm not skipping over, like, days and days of not reading it. I'm kind of, like, waiting to prompt me, but I suppose we'll get there eventually. Okay.
I've always loved writing letters.
Innkeep, you got a drink for me? Something that'll make me tougher, so I can get through today's babbling.
Of course.
Something probably with a lot of defense, right?
Yeah.
We can do the brand new first snow! Like the sun reflecting off of a frozen lake, the first snow makes you feel comfortable and safe, embracing you with its frosty taste. In between hot chocolate and frozen glaciers, you'll find yourself well equipped to hike into the snowy mountains. Let's see if he can give us something pretty fun. This honey's not gonna really, well, this honey actually would work, actually. A honey flower. Defense. And then a little bit more dexterity. Cute. Boink. That's what I'm talking about. A gift of the great dragons. Oh, thank you. I gave it my best. And taste that. I feel sturdy already. Had my doubts about you, innkeep. I must say, you know your job. So, how's the day been for you two? Usual.
Splendid! It was my first day in centuries out under the rays of the sun.
How did you like it?
With the letter, I mean? Oh, yes. In time. I figured, okay. Cool. I figured it'd come in eventually. It's brighter than I thought. The light of the sun, I mean. Rhea and I took a day trip to the capital, since I rarely get to see it in the full of daily life. There were so many people.
Too many.
Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid and almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape.
Is that the cape?
The cape of invisibility? It absolutely is.
I'm curious. Does that mean you two are going to Baruvia now?
Huh? Why would we want to go there?
That was the deal. I helped you get your cape, so you can attend that fancy Baruvian vampire banquet, and I get me gold's worth.
Oh, but I got that invitation about 500 years ago. Didn't I mention that?
Hi, cool cat. Welcome in. Good to see you.
No? What about me material then?
Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany me a little longer, though?
Fine.
Oh, wonderful. Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a great day to be a vampire. I've got my cape back. I can walk under the sun like mortals do. Say, innkeeper, what if you thought of a new drink? One that would taste just as incredible as the gentle and welcoming beams of the sunlight feel on your skin. That's kind of a vague description, but I think I have something in mind already. Wonderful. Peaks Sunrise. How pretty! Lots of intelligence. This is going to be a new intelligence one with a bit of dexterity too. Interesting. Wonderful. I wonder if my dear Evelyn would desire to walk in sunlight as well. Do you know how she's doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit? You shouldn't. I should. The air smells like reconciliation. Didn't the rogue tell you what happened? I love how Ria's face turns to red. Yeah, kinda jealous. We'll see your Theo. You mean the young Echo? Well, he said he had retrieved my cape. Sorry, Kyle. Pardon me, but what exactly do you mean? Countess Evelyn didn't want to give up the cape without a fight. She didn't make it. Say it ain't so, Innkeep. Unfortunately, it is. My dear Evelyn. Gone? From all vampires to walk Gaia, I'd always assumed she'd walk the longest. I suppose death catches up with everyone eventually. Did she put up a good fight, at least? Best I heard of in a while. That's how I remember her. I hope Tuat holds her soul dearly. You have souls? Of course we do! Ah. Wish we could have danced one more time before wrote her final line. But alas, fate is cruel. Especially to those who aim to live forever. A fate we rarely choose ourselves. How shall I ever recover from this? Maybe a drink could help for now. Oh, would you do that? A drink for me? Of course. Something strong, please, dear innkeeper, so that my heart may stop aching soon. Bye, Victoria. We'll see you. Take care of yourself. Something strong. Let's do this new Sailor's Courage. Sailor's Courage gives even the driest landlubber the qualities of a good sailor. Lots of strength, a dash of defense, a shot of charisma, and the inability to know fear. The perfect all-rounder. Oh, almost. Who needs common sense anyway? Spinach not included. Let's put a hot pepper in it. Phoenix chili. A shot of charisma. Three dashes of this. Not quite yet, buddy boy. One of these. There we go. The Sailor's Courage. Ding. That's a cool drink. Can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps. It does. Thank you, dear Innkeep. Why don't you tell the Innkeep more about your day, hmm? The glass has abs. Glass is gold. Alright. I suppose I wasn't done yet. Where was I? Your trip to the capital? Busy streets, bustling with people. Roots! Roots? Roots.
we admired the roots that enclosed the city almost like a rampart. Finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating. For once, gotta agree. Almost made me believe the myths are true. Myths? Myths. I told you, rumor has it these are the roots of the ether tree, breaking through the surface and taking hold of Gaia, where they guard the capital. Ah, a very good defense plan indeed. What is wood going to do to protect a city? A city is protected with stone. Oh, I was never very involved in fortification efforts. Figured. Oh? We've also met the lovely Seraph again. How are her investigations coming along? Very well. She seems eager and determined, a detective spirit. Believe the last made her way to Dalwell. She seems to be on to something. Can't wait to hear when she returns. Likewise. Say, Rhea, can we go to town and check out the antiques dealer? Oi, why? I want to see if I can find any keepsakes from the old times. Oh well then. You won't munch on the shopkeep, will you? Of course not. I'm well satiated from the innkeeper's creation. Alright then. Let's go. Goodbye, innkeep. Enjoy your shopping spree. Oh, it do be minty. Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Minthy in the flesh. Hello, darling innkeeper. Good to see you again. Certainly been a while. Must be hitting that 15-year mark, right? It'll be 25 years soon, actually. Ah, you know I am when it comes to keeping track of time spans longer than a decade. I'm well aware. Good that you have me to drop in from time to time to remind you, Couldn't be more grateful. Especially when you bring Casket and Kane along. Look at the goodest boys! Look at them! Honestly, they did this design so well. They did this so good. So good. You cute service beasts still get a discount here. Always. So, what brought you back to the area? It's not your usual haunt. No, I generally prefer something more moist. Not the word I'd have used, but something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my taste. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour, but no. The stuff that came pouring down was unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is another, and possibly more accurate. But I'm glad to see that your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. Admittedly, the journey was already quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before, though the scenery has always been worth the struggle. But now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take in much enjoyment from the passing landscape. Not when I had to pay much attention not to endanger myself and my sweet service beast. You've told me of your struggles with traveling before. I'm sorry to hear that recent events have made it worse. Well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda stairs is a marvelous accessibility touch. Quite the impressive work, my friend. I'm glad that my little spells are doing their job. I hope the cities will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. Flatter cobblestones would do wonder for many people like me. But, believe it or not, I didn't come all this way to talk about the development of inclusivity in urban infrastructure. Oh, really? Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say. What do you have your eyes on? Protection pearls? I've heard a few hushed whispers in my library. Folks say the pearls appear in the lonesome lagoon time this time of year. Ah, those again. Good hunting then. Thank you. Though, while the pearls might be my main objective, I haven't decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something, innkeeper. A good drink? No. A manuscript, darling. I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes? Oh,
Of course. I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing so, you see. Since it's been so long since I definitely got done with that. Lovely. I'm glad to have such a reliable old friend to proofread my work. Would you like a drink while I try to engage my brain cells and remember where I put it? If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after my journey. Do my best. I'll make Minty a drink. High intelligence. So here's a choice. We could do the Peak Sunrise or the I think since we haven't made the Peak Sunrise yet, we'll do that one. Because the Sparkly Nebula is, in my opinion, very much more minty. But the Peak Sunrise, we haven't done that one yet. So we'll do this one right now. Grimmy is there too. Yes, Grimmy is there. Grimmy's the bestest. Absolute bestest. And this works here well. We'll put in the Fey Crystals to give us some dexterity and intelligence already. Which works super, super well, honestly. So one of these. One of these. A little bit of dexterity and some charisma. Which honestly, I think this is like the perfect minty drink. And do tax. Boink. Ding. Ta-da. Perfect. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you. Miss this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think I might be coming with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down really quick. Take your time. So, while I enjoy your mixology, no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it even more if you recall the location of my very precious manuscript. You know, the one I lovingly worked away at it for almost half a century whilst my library came to be. Certainly. It should be just below this pile. No, wait. I must have put it over here, actually. Put it there, actually. Alright. Given this ongoing battle with your organizational habits, it might take you a little bit longer to recover it. And I have some pearls to get to. So how about this? I'll return in around 7 days, and then I can tell you about my pearl hunt in exchange for my manuscript. My proofread manuscript. That would be helpful. Good. It was nice seeing your weary face again, Innkeeper. Likewise, Minty. Have a safe and pearl-full journey. Huh. I'll try. 7 days should be enough to read a manuscript, right? Depends on how big the manuscript is. Alright, here we go. He likes plum crepes and spooky armor. Let's see what we got here. Missing familiars. A scandal in Zophor. The lively port city of Zophor is known not only for its docks, but also for its large community of mages. Lately, there seems to be several mysterious going-ons here. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found, but it's a big city, and there must be someone who knows something. Could the disappearance be related to the tale of the sea witch who cursed Zophor's docks? I think this is a great place to do another giveaway. Let's do another couple giveaways. There you go. All right. Start the day. Day number 9. 5th of the astral moon. Fable. Morning, Innkeeper. Would you please make me a drink? I need something to wake me up and help me feel agile again. Of course, Fable. Just a moment. Have to go work. Have a good day at work. We have something new for Fable. So far, it's just the Swift Strike. Well, Swift Strike it is. like a coffee. Like a morning coffee. Drop one of these in here. Drop one of this in here. Some to Andu, and boink. Only 7 working days left in my career. Let's go, ukulele dude. Thank you. I feel much better already. Long night? Very. Turns out there were a lot of farmers who needed help. Regret offering it? Not at all. I really enjoy being able to help people. Before, I just used to wish I could help, but I never felt competent enough to try. It's fun to try, a bit exhausting at times, but I think I much prefer this over waiting around. I still could use a bit more practice, though. That's fair. Just make sure you don't practice taking breaks. Just make sure you also practice taking breaks. I read that wrong. You'll have a much easier time helping other people if you're not close to passing out yourself. That's what I have your drinks for. My drinks are not a gateway to burnout. I admire your kindness, Fable. But you too should fall under the umbrella of people you're being kind to. I mean, I am pretty good at falling. You're pretty good at a lot of things. I try. I know. Stay and have a rest now, okay? Okay. Thank you. Good day to you, innkeeper. Good day to you, adventurer. The harpsichord in the background, oh my gosh. Yes, an adventurer. That is what I am indeed. Come here seeking a drink. What a coincidence. I do happen to have some of those in stock. What can I get you? What kind of drinks do adventurers usually get? Whatever drink they desire. Then, well, I could do something that tastes good. Of course. Perhaps something that could protect me from my foes? Defense is not the base. Defense is the base of every adventurer's skill set, is it not? Possibly. Let's try it out. Some defense it is. Let's give this... We'll do a Frosted Lagoon. We'll do a Frosted Lagoon here. Something safe. We don't want to scare the kid away. Baby's first quest, really? It really is. Liquid protection against your foes. Now for half the price. Thank you so very kindly. Ah, you like it? Yes, of course. Then you should say so. I apologize. I forgot to do the thing where you say your words aloud. I get that. Now that you've acquired a drink, care to introduce yourself? How incredibly rude of me to forget. I am Gustav Archibald Richmond III, son of Lord Gustav Albert Richmond II and Lady Dorothea Bridget the 27th. An up and coming hero from Windmore. And what you be? The up and coming innkeeper of Zenith. Happy to have you here. And I'm Fable of the Ashen Grove. You're Fable? Yes? Is that a bad thing? The Fable that saved Stragarin from werewolves? The very same. Wow. What an incredible pleasure it is to meet you. I've heard so many things about you. Oh, good things, I hope. Of course! They said you single-handedly persuaded the werewolf to pack up his wicked ways and reunite with a family. And reunited a family! Oh, that's one way to put it for sure. Fun fact, Archie's cloak is a curtain. It's a curtain! Oh my gosh. I love that. I do have a way with words. Incredible.
A true hero indeed. They spoke of you helping with the aftershocks of the Starfall as well.
I mean, that's a given. I need to help out when I can.
You truly have the heart of a folk hero. How admirable.
What about you, Lord Gustav Archibald Richmond III? What are you the hero of?
Well, I'm, currently leaving my backstory era. I'm in the first act, so to speak, on my journey of becoming a full-blown adventurer. I've had a bit of a late start, but I shall catch up with haste. Also, Archie is just fine, if you don't have to say the whole thing every time.
Well, Archie, if it's haste you're looking for, I can help with that. Someone gifted me some golden feathers a few days ago, prepared as an infusion for the right drink. It can hasten you up in no time.
Really? That's spectacular. I always thought of those things were myths or legends you've only read about in books.
Do you read a lot?
You know, sometimes. Not that much.
You should. You sound like someone who'd enjoy adventures, and books are so full of them. They...
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm just too, cool for books. Books are cool. You think so? Yeah, I do. I mean, look at the Innkeeper's Journal. It's super cool.
The coolest.
Oh, well, actually, well, maybe I do read quite a bit.
Sorry for being so weird about it.
Don't worry, we're all a little weird sometimes. What kind of books do you like?
Anything full of adventures and heroes and adventuring heroes. They're just like me. Obviously, my parents would prefer if I read about other things, such as books on etiquette or the newspaper. I'm sure they would love if I wrote a dissertation on the intricacies of the Diria negotiations, or even became a diplomat myself. But I think I would fare much better as a savior of this world. Don't you think?
The Diria negotiations? I'm unfamiliar.
It's all terribly boring, really. When renegotiating trade routes due to the collapse of the canal bridge that was hit by a horde of spinal rhinoceroses. That's not at all going well, because they can't agree on who should pay for the repairs, the mainland, or Diria itself. Just thinking about it all puts me to sleep.
Then perhaps we should get back to more exciting topics. How do you plan to start off your hero's journey?
By doing something heroic, of course.
What's something heroic I could do? You could start by helping the local farmers. They're still rebuilding their homes and relocating their cattle as we speak.
Great idea! How much gold should I give them?
Gold? I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't mind gold, but I was thinking about lending them a hand, you know, physically, with your literal hands.
Ah!
Okay, so I would go to the farmers and ask what they need help with.
Of course. That sounds... I shall figure it out! And thank you for the inspiration, Fable. It has been an honor meeting you. I hope we shall cross paths again. Till my next quest, adventurer!
Till then. That was... adorable? Weird.
Not because of him, I just...
You heard about me? Being a hero. That doesn't sound right. But you are a hero. Not really. Didn't even do that much yet. Not enough to be inspiring. Not enough to be inspiring to anyone anyway. There are much more greater heroes than me out there. He wasn't impressed by other heroes. He was impressed by you. That's nice. You don't sound very happy about it.
I am!
It's really flattering, but I don't think I did enough to deserve his praise. I'm just some elf. It's not for you to decide who's impressed by you and who isn't. I'm personally going to keep bragging about Fable, knowing Fable, the great hero of the Ashen Grove, savior of Trigarin. All right, I get it. Thank you, Innkeep. I'll try better to accept compliments. Good. Yo, boy! Hello, Innkeeper! Hello, Fable! Hello, Melly! And hello, Malachite. It's good to see you both again. Likewise, right, Mal? Can I offer you two a drink? Actually, you can offer us a quest. Are you talking about the one you just picked up by any chance? Your incredible deduction skills strike again. I'm only trying to match wits here. So, you're interested in saving those poor familiars? I am. Missing familiars, silent wizards, clues leading to seemingly dead end. Sounds like a case for the world's greatest detective and her sneaky assistant. They sound like a great team. They're not a team. But they are going on a quest together. They are not. Then why are you here? She didn't want to come here alone. Said she couldn't reach the quest board. And I needed a drink anyway. So you're sending Melly on a quest alone? As is customary. That's how the Shadowbanes have always handled it. Melly isn't part of the Shadowbanes. But she wishes to walk the path of thieves. So she must embrace their lifestyle. I think she's trying to walk the path of a detective. And that just sounds dangerous and negligent. I agree. You're not coming with me? No. Why not? I just explained that. Badly. But you have to come with me. Why? It's clearly a job for two people. There's no job that can't be done alone. What if I need someone to sneak into the crime scene to gather evidence? Didn't you want to go on this quest to test your stealth training? But what if I get nervous? What if I forget how to be stealthy? Or what if none of the familiars want to talk to me? I don't know, Melina. And what if I come back and you've been eaten by a T-Rex? Who cares? I do. I think you should go with her. I think you should mind your own business. And I think you should make better decisions. Melly is right. You two make a good team. Especially for this case. So stop hiding from the imaginary T-Rex of emotional vulnerability and just go on this familiar-themed vacation. You might even enjoy it. Listen, Melina. Even if I wanted to come with you, I couldn't. I've got obligations. Things to do. How dare you make Melly cry, right? That's what I'm saying. You're a thief. You don't have fixed working hours, and you don't have any other friends waiting around for you. Maybe not. But I do have a sheepfish to take care of. You have a sheepfish? I do. His name is Rufus, and he doesn't do well alone. Plus, he needs to be fed and to do his daily crossword puzzles. Otherwise, his wool will get strawy. Oh. Well, you're right. Can't just leave Rufus alone. He'll get lonely. Yeah. I could take care of Rufus. What? Well, I live nearby, and I'm very good with animals, and pretty decent at crossword puzzles. Sounds like an excellent idea. What if Rufus doesn't like you? He will. Certainly after one of Fable's famous lullabies. You sing? Sometimes. Maybe you can sing a song about how Mal and Rufus got eaten by a T-Rex while the familiars booed me out of town. I think I prefer just a song about you and Malachite saving the familiars instead. Right, Mal? Fine. Just this once. See it as a final exam for your training. Yay! That sounds fun. Wonderful. So do you two need any help on your quests? Don't know. What do you think, Detective? Well, it's great that you have to ask, Mighty Assistant. Please don't call me that. Okay, Mighty Mal then. No. How about John? Sure. So, John, thanks for asking. I have studied the quest given to us closely, and I have come to the conclusion that there is only one option. This is a classic case of finding the right clues sprinkled throughout the witnesses' testimonies and piecing them together correctly. Townsfolk, the wizards, the familiars, they'll all have different conflicting information, and we'll need to collect and untangle it all to see the whole picture. To achieve that, we'll need to be charismatic enough to get the truth out of them. And for those who still refuse to talk to us out of guilt or fear, we'll need to activate our stealth powers, find those hidden clues ourselves. Also, we should be quick so they can't destroy any evidence. I can offer you some of our golden feathers. They do come with the sweet aftertaste of haste. That way, you should be able to make it to Zoford much quicker. Great idea! I think you underestimate the severity of the situation. What would you suggest instead, John? I agree with the stealth part. We could use a hint of dexterity to make sure we remain unseen for as long as possible. But I believe our focus should be on overpowering whoever is responsible for this. If they're making familiars disappear, they won't be interested in a discussion. Not a fair one, at least. Should we fight first, ask questions later? Ever so much the fighter, I see. When it's necessary. If you're itching for a fight, may I recommend fresh Phoenix chilies? Some fire resistance could be a big advantage against wizards or familiars. Whether fireball or fire breath, you wouldn't want to walk in unprepared. Does Handu have fire breath? Technically, yes, but he's usually too lazy to use it. It helps a bunch with roasted marshmallows, though. I'd love to try Handu's marshmallows. I'll see if I can set something up when you return. Thank you. I think some s'mores could help us convince those familiars to help us. It's ridiculous. A dagger would be far more convincing. I think both could work. Innkeeper, what do you think? They definitely need a little bit of dexterity for sticking around, but what should they pair it with? Haste for a quick arrival and charisma for smooth talking, or pure strength and some fire resistance? Let me think about it. Hi, Dating Days. Welcome and good to see you. Hello. All right. We're going to do a little bit. I think we should definitely do the dexterity and the charisma. I think the charisma is going to be the way to go here. So 1,000 wins seems to be good because it's charisma. It's got a little bit of dexterity in it with already, and a little bit of defense just in case something goes wild. The Sunny Breeze is also a very good one because it also has everything, and actually a little bit of intelligence. Probably a Sunny Breeze, honestly. Yeah, probably the Sunny Breeze. So let's do the Sunny Breeze here. With a little bit of the... Yeah. With the golden feather already in it. Two dashes of this. 2 shots of charisma. Boink. I think this case needs a delicate hand. The best detective work is achieved through clever conversation. Ha! You're spot on. Guess this is how I die. Don't be so pessimistic. My drinks have your back. Do you think you're prepared to solve this case, detective? Yes! With your help, we'll complete this quest with haste. We'll be back soon. Best of snooping. I should go with them to pick up that sheepfish before they disappear into the night. Don't forget to sing him a lullaby. Rufus or John? Rufus. Right, obviously. I'm gonna go now. Have fun, Fable. Have fun storming the castle. Chrissy's back. Innkeeper? Chrissy, glad to see you're all right. Likewise. Good to see you in the tavern are unharmed. It's quite the disaster out there. And I'm just passing through. Don't have time to stay for long. Need to check out the check on the cottage and the birds and Fable. I'm sure everything is as it was. The canopies of the grove are sturdy after all, which is why I chose to make it my home. That and the landscape. I hope your trip was nice at least. Oh, it was. It felt good to recharge and refill the creative juices. We walked a lot actually, almost mapped out the whole island. We also hiked to the foot of the Borean Ridge where the auroras touch the peaks. I heard the view is quite remarkable. It was. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was the first time I got to catch a glimpse of them. Also caught a glimpse of the infamous Banshee. Everyone told us to avoid the lonely lagoon because of her, but it's too beautiful to ignore. I doubt the Banshee means any harm. Everyone yearns for a friend after all, even scary creatures. It gets lonely as a monster sometimes. Everyone is scared of you. People shouldn't be. No one can choose who they're born as. You should accept them as they are. I have a few patrons who'd really appreciate hearing that. And I'd be happy to meet them. Speaking of which, I got you something. Oh? Yeah. Remember the gnomes? I actually met some. Really? They had a booth at the convention. We're selling all types of stuff. Remember our conversation and got you this. But you might appreciate it. I do. Thank you. It'll certainly always have a special place in my heart knowing it came from you. Oh, you're such a sweet talker. But can't trick me into giving you my name. What I want with names. Nothing good, that's for sure. But for realsies, I have to leave now. Been gone for too long. See you around, Innkeep. See you around, Chrissy. Take care of yourself. Always. That's so pretty. At nighttime. Oh, low. Baya! Good to see you again. It's been a while. Yes, a while. A while. 6,000 years. More like 2 months. Oh, I thought I'd hibernated longer. You hibernated? At this time of year? It was for the Bloomtide Festival. It happens near my swamp every year, during the dreaming moon. Druids and bards join together in search of the moon pools for 2 whole weeks. They dance, they laugh, they scatter pretty little flowers everywhere. They hope if they can satiate the land, it will lead them to the reflection of the cosmos. You mean the set of mythical lakes that's said to reflect all of the 7 moons at once? Yes. Ever since the Twilight Chasm portal opened up within them, a mere 30 years ago, travelers have become increasingly obsessed with bathing in their beauty. Such festivities sound exciting. No. They are loud, with their songs and their arguing with most about getting lost in the endless maze of the marshes. And they walk around with torches of burning ember till they swing too close to my precious vines. This is peak character design and nobody can change my mind. It sounds like you guys really like Baya. Screaming, clawing at the walls. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. I think my favorite part is your guys' reaction to something you've already made. That's so fun. Why would you bring fire into a swamp? It is a little rude. Exactly! You know, I tried to join them one time. The dainty flowers intrigued me. I snuck up to them, dressed in my prettiest poison ivy, adorned with the thorns of undying trees. And you know what they did?
What?
They chased me away with their fiery brooms chanting, "Demon be gone!" from the top of their tiny lungs. So now I hibernate every dreaming moon. That way I don't have to listen to their jolly tunes. Maybe you should give them another chance. Maybe you should chase them out of your home. Ooh, aggressive. Best character to write for sure. I love it. Best non-girl, I love it. Buys a big team fave. So much fun to experience alongside the devs and artists. It is. Peak character design, truly. The best of dreams of all times. I love it. Maybe you should give them another chance. Very few Gaians are familiar with the creatures of the bogs. Only with the stories about their bone-crushing teeth. What's wrong with bone-crushing teeth? They think you might want to crush their bones with them. Ah, but that would be so rude. They don't think that way. But I think if they got to know you, they'd like you a lot. After all, you make the best flower crowns in all of Gaia. Even in all, maybe even in all of Asteria. Those sound perfect for a festival. You might be right. Maybe I'll greet them with some flower crowns next year. I could even open up a seasonal flower crown store. I'd definitely buy one. But right now, I'm awake. I'm thirsty. Do you have swamp water on the menu today? I'm all out, sorry. Too bad. Something else then. Oh, I know. Do you still have those drinks that make you feel all like an itsy bitsy spider? I want to feel fast and dangly. In fact, I still do. Give me a moment. Fast and dangly. All right, we're gonna give them fast and dangly. It's the only thing that I have full dexterity is the swift strike right now. Hopefully we get another one soon. It's okay though. Swift strike it is. Boop. 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 Bring up Andu. Pour one out for the homies. A spider's agility in a cup. Just for you. Oh. Delicious. I feel like I could scale any spider web, devour any fly. Thank you, innkeeper. What woke you up? What woke you up from your slumber, anyhow? The night sky fell into my dirt hut. It burned my favorite weeping pillow to bits. My favorite weeping willow to bits. I am replanting it into many small, sniffling willows. They are feasting upon the ashes of the stars that try to extinguish them. It's a powerful nutrient. Sounds tasty. After the trees and winds and pill bugs calm down, I'd planned to go back to sleep. All that calamity made me awfully tired. Weeping pillow, best slip up. I would be upset too if a star broke my pillow. But when I tried to sleep, all I could focus on was this feeling spreading in my chest. Heartburn? Loneliness. Aww. To see if you want to play until then today? Sure, Rivia. I believe we're on day 7. When does Quincy appear? I thought I should get there and advertise my new spa. Hi, Pigeon Prince. Welcome in. Good to see you. Because only crickets were visiting, and they aren't very good at marketing. You know, maybe if people visit me instead of visiting them, they won't chase me off. So, I went to where I knew people could use my services, the werewolf camp in the Ashen Grove. I didn't want to intrude in their personal space, of course. So I hung the coupons up on pieces of thin red string on the nearby canopies, together with some jolly little bells so that the wind would announce their presence. Like little spells that draw you towards the nearest mud masks. I hope they'll visit me sometime. I didn't know you opened a spa. Currently we're on day 9. Quincy appears in day 11 first. Perfect. That's actually that's probably a great place to go to. We'll get to that. It's new. I want to share my flowers and mud pools with everybody, so we can all look beautiful together. That sounds wonderful, Baya. I agree. Can I leave some of my coupons here? Yes. Thank you. Please hand them out to all your customers. I will happily share this fantastic offer with them. Aww. That's cute. That's cute. They are adorable. I love Baya. You could also come here more often and hand them out yourselves. Ah, but there's no one else here. Except the jackdaw. Do you want a coupon, little creature? I will leave one in your nest. No one's here because it's almost closing time, Baya. You have to come by earlier during the day, or earlier in the evening, or during events. But there will be people here. Yes, I believe that's the point. Too scary. I shall go now. Don't forget to hand out my coupons. Will do. Aww. Socially anxious babe. Nom 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 nom. Good voice for Baya, thank you. Trying to match the energy of what it looks like it's giving.